Okay, let's take a look at what happened today with Tesla. We closed at 298.26, up $13.44. That's 4.72% up. Post market, we seem to be up by another 31 cents. So let's take a look at the chart. Let's take a look at what this means. Let's take a look at the facts. These are the facts. Let's take a look at the facts and let's see how we can profit from those facts. So what I was talking this morning on the video this morning, I was talking about the fact that we needed to break 295. We needed to break $295, which we did. We broke above it today and we closed above it. It's important to close above it. If it does not close above it, it's not really breaking it. It's breaking it temporarily and then it's coming back down. So why did we identify 295 as the number we needed to close above? Because we are looking at the past. We are looking at the past, and the past is telling us what's happening between the buyers and sellers. The stock chart is the best survey you will ever get as to what buyers think they should pay for a Tesla share and what sellers are willing to sell those shares for. This is the best survey in the world. This is in real time. And we are using this information to make our buying and selling decisions. So, not too long ago, we could not break above 295. If we take a look at March 25th, we could not go higher than 295. So this means that the buyers did not want to go higher than that price. Of course, the sellers would have liked to sell at 400 bucks and everything, but it's the buyers that decide up to what point a stock will go. And it's the sellers that decide the opposite. What is the lowest point a stock will go? A buyer will gladly buy any stock at $1. But if they cannot sell it, if they cannot buy it at $1, it's because there are no sellers willing to sell at $1. So right now here on March 25th, no buyers wanted to buy higher than 295. So this is a significant piece of information. That number was also tested 2 days ago. Price came down and was tested again. Look at this. Trying. Nobody wanted to pay more. No buyers wanted to pay more than 295 except today. Today, boom. Buyers are willing to pay higher than 295 for a Tesla share. So this is a significant event in itself. It's not the number per se that's significant. It's the fact that at that number there was this behavior in the past. There was this behavior that no. This is a frontier, this is a border, it's not getting crossed. Now it is getting crossed. So it's the pattern that is giving us this number, because 295 did not mean anything before we started to see the price caving in to 295. So this is a significant event. So 295, this is the number that we were waiting for in order to join in with the buyers if we wanted to. And we can take a look at this concept. This concept is working all the time. So let me talk about this a little bit. So when we try to find buy signals in Tesla or any other stocks that we are looking at three criteria. We need the stock to be outside of a downward channel. So this was the downward channel that Tesla was in a long time ago. This started in December of last year. Tesla was trending down. It's really easy to see. The stock price was making a lower highs, and then it stopped being into this downward channel. So the first criterion that we need in order to buy something is to make sure that the stock is not into a downtrend. If you buy something into a downtrend, well, you are buying high because it's going lower. You are buying high because it is going lower. This is what the trend means. So we need to make sure that the stock is outside of a downtrend. So this criteria was checked on April 25th of this year. Check. No longer going down. Then we need to check if it is going to go sideways. A stock can go sideways for a long time, a super long time. If we take a look at the past, look at this line right here. This is 273.79, and I am in August 2023. 273.79. Could not go over 273.79 from July 2023 to November 2024. July to November, 1 year over. So over 1 year. So for over 1 year, Tesla stock could not go higher than 273.79. So this is something that could have happened right here. Outside of a downward channel, that's fine, but we could have gotten stock under 295 for 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, 1 year and a half. Nobody knew. So the second criteria that we were waiting for was, are we going to break that 295? And why 295? I just explained it. Because this was a resistance in the past, the price would not go higher than that. So this happened today. This happened today, maybe 2 weeks after we have gotten outside of the downward channel. 2 weeks after the first criterion, we are checking the second criterion. We are going higher. We don't seem to be stuck going sideways. So in terms of de-risking a trade, this is pretty nice. We know it's no longer going down, and we know it's no longer going sideways. So what else is there for the stock to do but to go up? So the third criteria that we like to have also is stochastic, a 21-day stochastic. You can pause the video afterwards and look at this here. So this is the 21-day stochastic that we are using. So this is giving us a momentum kind of indication to tell us if the move up we are seeing right now is to be believed or not. And this stochastic, this 21-day stochastic, not the regular stochastic. The regular stochastic is 14 days. Change it to 21 days. So if you see any move up in the stock market without stochastic over 60, we like the value of the 21-day stochastic to be over 60. If you see any move up without stochastic over 60, you can disregard the move up. I'm trying to find an example where this happens. Yeah, it happens all the time. Okay, here, this was in March of 2022. Tesla was going higher, then started to go lower, then started to go higher again. Stochastic was not there. Didn't last. It tried, failed. Here it tried again. Oh, it's going higher, it's going higher. Is there a stochastic? No, don't believe it. Failed. Here it went higher. Yes, it's going higher, I'm gonna buy. Is there stochastic? No, it failed. You see? It's not. This is a very useful guide. So we are using that guide also to as a third criteria. So we have stochastic over 60 today also at the same time. So we have 3 criteria that we like to have in order to de-risk somewhat the buying of a stock. And let me preface this. People like to have cut and dried answer. Is Tesla a buy? Is it a sell? There's always risk in any transaction. Here we have 3 criteria. I've explained it. We have 3 criteria that are de-risking to a certain extent the buy that we are seeing right now. So I'm not telling you, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I am a technical analyst. I've been doing this on this channel for 4 years, a video every single day. So I am telling you, this is looking pretty good. You don't have to buy, you don't have to sell. Myself, I am into it since this afternoon. This afternoon, I have been in. I have not been in as much as I usually put in because there is still some uncertainty in the market. There is still uncertainty. If we take a look at the VIX is the fear factor of the stock market. The higher the VIX, the lower the stock market goes. So right now, the VIX is at 2189. When the VIX is higher than 20, we should be a little bit careful when we want to go long. So I am telling you this piece of information so that you can take that information into your decision making process. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm giving you the information. You are all adults. You look like adults at least. You make your own decisions. You make your own research. I'm telling you that VIX is at 2189. We like it below 20 before going up. But Tesla is still going higher today, closing above 295. So this is still a good sign. So, but there's a caveat there. So maybe you stay on the side a little bit of a while to see what's happening. Maybe you put in a little bit less money. That's another way to de-risk a little bit. Instead of buying more, you buy less. This is de-risking. Instead of buying stocks outright, each stock is costing $298. So that's still a significant amount of money if you buy 100 shares. If you buy 100 shares of 100, well, one option, which is going to give you the control over 100 shares, one call option is going to cost you less. So this is another way to de-risk a little bit. So you do that. I do the lines. I'm giving you the information about the lines for free. We have a break of this. We have stochastic over 60. This is the line that we wanted to break. We have broken it. This is my job. I'm giving you that information. I'm hoping that you are liking this, subscribing to this. This is how I get paid. But you do the rest. You do the rest. So that's the thing. That's pretty much the only thing I'm not too sure about is that there's the VIX. VIX is at 21. It's higher than 20. And also another criterion that we all need to think about these days is that we have Donald J. Trump, who is the president, who makes quick seat of the pants, seemingly decisions. So what is he going to announce to the world this weekend? Is he going to announce a hike of 50% to all the tariffs for everybody? If that happens this weekend, then of course Monday we could see Tesla going down a little bit. So this is the uncertainty. So you need to take that uncertainty into account. And yes, it's okay to be scared to put money in there. It's okay to be scared because, as I've said, we still have uncertainty in the market. You don't have to play all the time. You don't have to play all the time. You decide what you want to do. So we've looked at the VIX. The good news with the VIX is that it's trending down. It's trending down. It's still a little bit too high, but it's trending down. So maybe in a couple of days, it is going to be very close to 20 and maybe below 20. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We are looking at the present and extrapolating what we are seeing in the present. Just like weather people. They see a cloud going at that speed, so they can say, well, in 1 day, in 2 days, the cloud should be over that region. So this is what we can do. This is the only thing that we can do. This is not a hard science because things are changing all the time. If Tesla announces this weekend that they can build a Model Y for, and and then price it at 20,000 bucks, then on Monday the stock is going to shoot through the roof. We cannot predict the news, the events that are going to happen this weekend. What we can do is look at the crowd of people that are buying and selling Tesla, and we can spot a change in trend. So the trend was that we were going sideways, and that trend has just changed for the better because we are going higher. So I hope this is clear. I hope I don't scare you. I hope I don't give you too much hope. I hope you are level-headed with the information you have in front of you. So the stock market is not a place where we should get all excited and get all emotional and get a high when we get in. No, no. If you want to do that, you should go to Las Vegas and bet on red. And then you will get a boatload of emotions. You have 1 out of 2 chances almost to get it on red, and this is very exciting. The stock market shouldn't be an exciting place. It should be a rationalized place. We have the pros. I gave you the pros. I gave you the pros. I gave you the cons. You make your own decisions. I've told you what is happening with the VIX. VIX is trending down. It's still high. Then why don't we take a look at Dow Jones now? Dow Jones. So it's always nice when we see a buy signal on a stock. It's always nice to have the stock indices also go higher at the same time. We like the whole market to go high at the same time or go low at the same time. So is Dow Jones going higher at the same time? Well, yes, in part, yes. This was a downward trend, just like Tesla was in. And this started a little bit later. It started in January instead of December for Tesla. So this was the downward trend, and we broke outside of it. So, oh, Dow Jones is no longer going down. Could it be going sideways? Well, could it be going sideways? Well, it was going sideways not too long ago. It was going sideways right here at 40,775. It was making higher lows. The highs were flat, and then we broke that. So this is good news because this is looking like Tesla. Tesla was flat within the downward channel. It was flat here within the downward channel and just broke it today. Dow Jones was flat within the downward channel, broke it like a week ago. So we see the same kind of pattern. So this is measuring many stocks. It's not only measuring one stock. Tesla is one stock. This is measuring many stocks. Dow Jones. Let's take a look at Standards & Poor's 500. This is measuring 500 stocks. So is the same thing happening here for 500 stocks? This was the downward channel. This is the horizontal resistance we could have gone, well, we were stuck under. So downward channel right here, horizontal resistance, making higher lows. You know, you see the same pattern right here. Boom. We broke outside of this and we broke outside of this. So we have the same pattern right here. So these two are in sync. And the same thing with NASDAQ. So NASDAQ is measuring a little bit more the technological companies. The same concept. Downward channel, horizontal resistance, higher lows, boom, 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 boom. So we have the same pattern right here. So this is giving us some confidence that, well, okay, the market as a whole is also moving up. Tesla is moving up a little bit later. This is maybe 2 weeks ahead. So this is on the pros side. The pros is that all of those stock indices are going higher. For Russell, this is the small cap. This is a this is another stock index that is measuring the small caps. Tesla is not a small cap, but just for fun, this is measuring the small caps. The small caps are also doing not too bad. This was the downward channel of the small caps. And look at this. Look at this today. Today, boom. You're just outside of it. Just outside of it. So everything seems to be in sync. Everything seems to be in sync. Let's take a look at the heat map of the market to see globally what's happening. Okay, this is looking a little bit less good. Very few green. So Tesla at 472, Amazon, Apple, they are dark green, so which means that they are pretty much black. Black is 0, red is minus, and green is plus. So more red than I would have liked overall. Let's take a look at, so Tesla is into the consumer durables. So Tesla is really leading in that area. We have some red. We have a little bit of black. We have some green. Tesla is green and Ford is green. If we go there, we see a little bit more in details. So that's pretty much everything that we can look at. We have looked at everything. So that's it. That's it for me. So if you like this type of analysis, I do a video every single day. This one is live. This one is live. I usually record them, but basically this is what we are looking at every single day. We are looking at Tesla stock, and when you join the Discord server, we are doing this type of analysis for you know, Apple, Amazon, all of these things in that watch list. Not all of them, but 20 stocks. So we go down through all of those down to crypto, Bitcoin, XRP, Doge, and we stop at gold and silver. So so there you have it. There you have it. Tell me in the comments below what you are going to do. Are you going to sit on the sidelines, which is fine? Are you going to wet your beak a little bit, which is fine too? We have the pros, we have the cons, and we can pray to God that our money will fructify. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. I have some memberships. You can click on my TradingView affiliate links. I'm gonna tell you, well, I'm gonna wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk on Monday, unless you are a member, in which case I'm gonna do a Tesla Weekly Live. I do a Tesla Weekly Live every Sunday, where we look at the weekly chart. We have not looked at the weekly chart yet. So where we look at the weekly chart of Tesla and all of the others to get a longer term view of the patterns that are at play. And we need to take all of that into consideration. What is the weekly chart doing? What is the daily chart doing? What is the 1 hour chart doing? And we can decide where we can play. Today we have a movement on the daily chart. A couple of weeks ago we had a similar movement on the 1 hour chart, which gave us a nice little ride. So right now the ride that we have identified is on the daily chart. So a ride on the daily chart can yield more money than a ride on the 1 hour chart or a ride on the 5-minute chart. So have a great weekend, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.